what the fuck's going on? It's not even 10 o'clock. Look at my shoulder right there. 9:58. DraftKings has the salaries already out, so I guess I'll start making this video early AF. Look, I still got tired face going on. And I got to tell you, I glanced at the contest. Not bad, DraftKings. I guess the intern got fired because we got good contest and prices out early on a Monday. Let's fucking go. What's up, new guy? I'm the Degenerate75. I'm a PGA DFS content creator who is here to help you quit blowing donkey dick at PGA DFS because this shit be hard. I'm not going to give you a single pick. I'm going to teach you how to play the game, help you get a little bit better, and, talk a little contest selection, which may sound boring, but it's probably the place that you are wasting the most of your money, okay? Quit playing in lotteries. If you want to play in lotteries, go play a scratch-off, dickhead. If you find you like the cut of my jib, here is my schedule. I do this every week, the Monday course preview show that nobody has ever thought to do, but I also do contest selection and pricing thoughts, which, sincerely, I don't think anybody else does. Of course, the final word in PGA DFS is the emergency stream Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Lord's time zone, and then the Showdown Hoedown, because if you don't know, Showdown is where the edge is, so come check that out Friday and Saturday night. I do it for round 3 and round 4. It's our 1 year anniversary coming up. I'm going to be doing tons of giveaways because what is it, guy in the back? That's right. We're not fucking poors around here. So we will be giving away tons of money because I can do that, and it helps grow the channel. If you don't like it, I don't give a shit. So be looking out for that. There'll be plenty of chances to like, retweet, leave comments to get in all the drawings, okay? Furthermore, tomorrow, be checking it out. The Albatross is back over at Underdog. I'm telling you, play PGA Best Ball. This shit is fun. It is a great sweat. Is it a way to play PGA DFS in a different way? I'm gonna do a full show over it, so be looking out for that tomorrow. I have all the tools, all the information, all the strategies you need. I'm going to make this big. This is a thing. It's not going to replace like weekly, but it's a nice little dessert to go with it, brother. Appetizer? I don't know. Anyways, let's get to it. If you don't know, we have a pretty solid field this week at where are they at? TPC Craig Ranch, which is in McKinney, Texas, which is basically, kind of in Dallas, but Dallas is so big. It's like its own city, all right? And we have a pretty solid field, right? You see, so we got some Scheffler. He's a Texas boy. I can't even imagine what I hope he's 12,500 or his ownership is going to be outrageous. Outrageous. That's what it's going to be. Jason Day, Hatton, Spieth. Okay, Spieth's going to be popular. I hope no one plays Spieth. Yeah, so, I mean, is it a great field? No. It's a week before a major. A lot of guys like to set it out. I don't even think you'd see Scheffler and Spieth here if they weren't both from Dallas boys. I think they're both from Dallas. No, Spieth is. I just assume Scotty is. So that's kind of an idea of the field, right? But we're here to talk about the course. And what you're going to hear everybody talk about this week is this is a birdie fest. This is a birdie fest. You'll hear everybody say that because this whole industry always has the same lazy fucking narratives. And that is true. That is true. There will be a lot of birdies made here, but it is not your traditional resort birdie course. There are actually some real holes on this course that will bite you in the ass. And traditionally, when people say a birdie course, they're referring to every hole is easy, right? How did you possibly not make 18 birdies? And this course does have some holes that can play rather difficult. Okay, I think 6 or 7 of the holes play above par, and I've already went over here and glanced at the weather, and it's looking like it's going to be a windy this week, right? And that's going to be the biggest thing this course is going to have to defend itself is some wind. And if you don't know, up in East Texas, that wind, it be a blowing because it ain't too far from where I live, and the wind be a blowing here. So I think this is going to be the first year that you don't see like a minus 25 winner. I think it's still going to be very gettable. But I think, if I had to guess right now, I guess the winning score is going to be closer to something like minus 19, minus 20. Okay, so certainly easier than the courses we've been seeing for the past several weeks, but not just your traditional birdie fest where if you don't shoot a 64 every round, you're out of contention, right? So that would be my first big takeaway. We are back on bent greens. I think we've only seen bent greens once this year, so I'm really going to be putting some emphasis on bent green putting because some guys just roll it better on bent green. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're like, oh, it's bent greens. That makes me feel better, and so they roll it better. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're bumpier. I don't know. I don't jerk off to grass, okay? But I do know bent grass matters, and on a week where you do need to score, I want to have good bent grass putters. That's going to be a thing I'm really going to be looking at. You'll find that when you go to the course breakdown over here, this course is rather easy to hit the fairway. Okay, fairway driving accuracy is about 3% higher here than it is at other courses. The green in regulation is tremendously higher. And so if you have a higher green in regulation, if you don't know what that is, that's just you take the par of the hole and then you just take 2 off of that, right? So on a par 3, a green in regulation means you get there in 1 shot. A par 4, you get there in 2 shots, etc., right? And so you want to have high green in regulations because then you always have birdie putts, right? And so with a high green in regulation being over 70%, that really minimizes scrambling, right? Scrambling is just not going to be as big of a deal here as it would be at other courses because they're not scrambling their balls off. And when they do have to scramble, the rate of success is way higher here. So this is not super lush, difficult conditions to be chipping out of, right? Victor Hovland should be here. Colin Morikawa should be here. Now, that loser should just go wherever he goes. Fuck off. Let's see. The green speed, they were by the way, this is only the second year they're playing at Craig Ranch. It used to be played at Trinity Forest, but after the COVID, they moved it to this TPC Craig Ranch, which if you don't know the story behind it, I just was kind of glancing at it on YouTube last night. I guess this guy just bought up this land a long time ago, like literally in the last 20 years, built this whole course, built like a whole community around this course, and then got a fucking PGA Tour event moved there. So kudos to that guy. And his name's Craig, so that's why it's Craig Ranch, right? Weird story. But this is only going to be the third year that's played there. So if you want to go look at tournament history, it's going to be a little misleading if you go back past 2 years. That's why I like to look at course history to see specifically who's played well at this course. And you're only going to have 2 years of data. The first year the greens rolled average. This year they're going to be rolling fast. You can see that this was crazy right here, that even the one round last year, round one, when it was windy AF, which is sustained over 17 miles an hour, they still scored easy, right? The scoring average was still easy, which I assume is more than 1.5 strokes below par. So this course, if the wind for whatever reason dies down based on the forecast, that ain't going to happen. But if it does, it's going to be super gettable, and the only protection this course has is that wind. But I think that we're going to have sustained winds. So I once again, I think it's going to be a little less of a birdie fest than everybody else is going to think it is. Okay. This is me from the future. So, of course, as soon as I get done recording, they announced that it's going to be played as a par 71, and the 12th hole is actually going to be converted to a par 4. So that's only going to make the course tougher, as I've told you. So now those 6 easy holes are now down to 5. So, once again, my narrative has been it's not going to be the birdie fest everyone thinks it's going to be this week. I think this only adds. I just wanted to toss this in there, because it doesn't really change the length of the course much, but it does change it to a par 71, and I think that takes away one of the free holes from a lot of these guys. Still going to be pretty easy scoring conditions other than the wind, but I still think that the winning score is probably going to be closer to 19 to 20, not the 26 we've seen the past few years. Back to the original scheduled programming. So going over here to course breakdown, I think the biggest thing you want to take away, the first thing I noticed is really long par 3s, right? 219, 232. 216, and then they got the short one at 147. But those are 3 really tough holes right there, right? All of those, to no surprise, play above par, right? What do I hit into a 232-yard par 3? Did I just hit a 3-wood and lay up? I don't know. But just crazy long holes. None of them are too brutal, but they all do play above par. Okay. The other thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is there are some difficult holes on this course. There are some long par 4s and some that do not play easy. Number 1 is not easy. Where's our other ones? Number 13 is definitely not easy. And number 16 is not easy, right? It actually plays significantly over par, 492-yard par 4. So I think that the key to this week is you're going to want to avoid those long par 4s and those par 3s you make pars on. And then you just go clean up on the easy holes. The par 5s on this course are a piece of cake. All of them coming in with a birdie rate of over 40%. That's crazy, over 40%. You can see this one right here. Between eagles, so birdie or better rate is 53 on that one. It is 50% on that one. It is 55% on that one, and it is 51%. So literally, you are a 50-50 chance of making a birdie on every one. And I think another little sneaky stat to look at is there's 2 basically drivable par 4s this week, and you got to score on those holes, right? One is drivable, and one is like you drive it up there and you have a little 50-yard chip in, or maybe a 30-yard chip. You can see 14 right here is only a 330-yard one. It has a birdie rate or better of 40%. And you can see number 6 is 361 yards, but it actually has a birdie rate of 43%. So you just bomb it down there and then hit a little wedge in and, probably just a little chip, and you're there. So it's those 6 holes is where you need to make your hay. And then, there's a bunch of moderate holes. Number 3 is, not too tough. Number 2 is not too tough. Where, you're still going to get a birdie about 1 out of every 5 holes. So the point being, if you can survive those par 3s and those 3 really difficult par 4s, this course can be got. Okay, it can be got. So I want guys. I do not want guys like Brennan Todd and Matthew Fitzpatrick who just make pars on every hole. I want those wild assholes who only know how to make 8 birdies or 8 bogeys in every round. I want my guys to go up in flames, or I want them scoring. If you don't know who those guys are, well, first of all, you need to take notes of these. As long as you play PGA DFS, continue to take notes. Guys I instantly think of before I've looked at anything. Charlie Hoffman is a guy that just goes out there and can just like get a roasty hot. Ryan Palmer, another guy that just goes out there and can get roasty. All they know is birdies and bogeys. That's all they know, right? Whereas Matthew Fitzpatrick and Brendan Todd and guys like that, all they know is par. Okay, Callum Tarrant is another one of those guys. Eric Von Royen is another one of those guys. Cheesesteak Hoagie, another one of those guys. They make a lot of bogeys, but they make a lot of birdies. And so this week, that is what I want. I want guys that score, because the winning score this week at week long is going to be outrageous. Because even if the winning score is, let's say it's just minus 20, minus 21, whatever score we want to come up with, you're literally going to need every single guy in your lineup to be at minus 15 or better. Okay, if you go look at past leaderboards, they get stacked up, and almost everybody that makes the cut gets to minus 12 to minus 15, even the worst guys, right? And so if you want to know how easy the course has played the last 2 years, the cut scores were -5 and -4. So if you wake up and you're like, oh shit, my guy's had a nice solid round, he shot a -2, just know he's probably not going to make the cut. Okay, he's below average. So you're going to want to really know that. I mean, here's the shot distribution. You can see the most common rounds last year were 67s and 68s. Okay, that was the what would that be? The mode. The most frequently scored rounds were 67 and 68, which is a -4 and a -5. Insane, right? So this course is going to be a breath of fresh air if you're a guy that likes birdies. But if you're a guy that wants to see your guys a -4 be good, a -4 is going to be pretty average round around here. It's showdown. You're going to have to hit some nuts. So there you go. That's our course breakdown. That's where it's at. If you, I showed you. Here's McKinney. For all of you that are geography nerds, it's just northeast of Dallas up here. Where's Dallas? Where you at? Where you at, Dallas? Oh, there's Dallas right there. And then McKinney just sets right up here, and then the course is right over here on this little road. What is that? Texas 121. There you go. All right, let's get over to contest selection. I got to tell you, man, DraftKings put out some good contests this week, brother. Last week, with as big as the field was, it fucking sucked. Let me just put it mildly. Hold on, let me rephrase that. It was fucking terrible, okay? But this week, it's a lot better. I will say the pitch and putt, I don't love it with 28% going to first. It's just too big of a lottery to give 28% to first. So I'm out on that one. But a lot of these other ones, the big 555, back to a quarter to first, I don't mind that. The drive the green, they put up to 300,000 this week, so they actually made this one bigger. 50,000 up top now. That's interesting. Right? So normally this is only 25,000 up top. They decided to bump it to 50, which I actually don't mind because that's still only 16%. And yeah, it kind of kills the top 10 a little bit. Now, 10th place is only going to be 150th, but man, 50,000 up top is pretty nice. I don't mind it so much. So this one's going to be great. And let me just go ahead and tell you right now, my strategy. This week is a week when there's a tournament like this where so many guys, I mean, every single player is in contention this week, right? These are professional golfers. And professional golfers, the difference between professional golfers at quote-unquote Birdie Fest is razor fucking thin. Where you really see the difference between the good golfers and the bad golfers is at tough courses, right? Quail Hollow didn't play particularly tough last week, but you could really see the difference between good golfers and bad golfers. This week, John Deere, weeks like this, the difference between these golfers is nothing. I mean, it's razor thin, right? On any given day, any of these guys can go boat race Spieth and Scheffler, who are probably the two best players here, right? So with that in mind, what I will be doing this week is I will be playing a lot of lower limit stuff and just spraying it, okay? I'm going to have probably something like 15 guys that I would consider quote-unquote punts or sleepers, right, in my pool this week, and I'm going to mix and match them because I know at a tournament like this, the weirdest motherfathers are going to show up, right? You're going to be like, how the hell is he in the top 5, okay? And so because of that, this will be a week that I'm not going to be playing in the 555. I'm going to be maxing this $5, okay, because I know that I want to spray this week. From there, a lot of the single entries look okay. I hate when I wish they'd make this 250 because I don't like when it's 25% up top. The big 254 max, love this format, man. This is great. If you're putting $1,000 in this week, you don't want to play a lot of lineups. That's the nuts. Let's see. Any other really good ones? The single entries all look, I say that. The $200 single entries kind of suck this week. You can never go wrong with the $3.20 max. It's good. Hey, look at my baby. Put some respect on my name, DraftKings. $50,000 in the $10 18 max. This is a nuts tournament. I would definitely play in that. I always love the $12 single entries, the $5 single entries, the $33 single entries. Of course, the $1.20 max, the 50-cent GPP. There's just a lot of really good contests. They did a pretty good job this week. Oh, look, they brought back the $5 and the $10 Fantasy Golf World Championship tickets. I'll be the first to tell you. You want to get a ticket to the Fantasy Golf World Championship, you only have 5 weeks left. Look at me. It's a fucking terrible decision to waste your money on this. I am blowing through funds trying to get a third ticket right now. But I know what I'm signing up for, bruh. So because of that, they got all kinds of great options. Look at this. They have I doubt you guys, I played in actually both of these this weekend. Almost won me a ticket. I didn't quite get there. Let's see. The 125 is a great one. I really like the 44. I'm already in the 307. The $5, the $10, so lots of chances to chase those at almost no matter what limit you are. But just know, when you enter one of those tournaments, you might as well just kiss that money goodbye. It is a terrible, terrible structure, okay? So that's contest selection this week. The best thing I could tell you to do is good contests where the payout structure is balanced. That's why my $10 18 max is so good. That's why the $3 20 max is so good. And that's why the $20 is so bad. You could hit a amazing lineup in that, and you're not going to get dick back. Okay, so and the $5, as much as it kills kind of the payout structure, I don't mind them going to 50,000. So which has been one of the best balanced big tournaments DraftKings puts out, but I kind of like it 50,000 up top. So doesn't piss me off. I get that one. Okay, it's so weird to not come on here and shit on DraftKings. Good job, DraftKings. Motherfathers. Hey, speaking of DraftKings, let's go look at the salaries. But before we do that, don't forget to go check out my website, dgen75.com. We got a major coming up, okay? And it's going to have all the tools you need. It's going to have the Rosetta Stone, the most important thing you need. If you're one of those best ball people, it's going to have everything you need for the best ball. And it's growing every day. Great community. If you just want to be a part of a fun community that wins a lot, has a lot of success, come check it out. And, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really need those like and subscribes. Me and the editor, just a couple independent fucks that need that support. Tell a friend, because you know YouTube ain't going to share us. It's personal. It's getting personal, YouTube. All right, let's get over here to the salaries. I have not clicked on them. I know nothing. Here we go. I got to imagine. I'm not looking at the screen. Scotty Scheffler, 12,200 is my guess. Oh, 11.9. Get the fuck out of here. What are we doing? Okay, so Scotty, I pay 11,900 for Scotty. I don't give a fuck. Okay, you know what kind of course that I really like to play Scotty at? All of them. That's what course. Okay, Scotty Scheffler is unbelievable. 11,900. I do appreciate there's a ginormous gap between him and everybody else, but honestly, I wish they would make it more difficult to make good lineups. Right? I wish that if he was 12,200, now we're talking. Okay, make Jordan Spieth 11,000. Now we're talking. Okay, those two are just night and day. They're from this area. They've both played well before here, and not as well as old TPC Lee has, but they check every box, right? They both do well at Birdie Fest. I mean, honestly, they both kind of do well at all courses. But those two are very expensive. I think Jordan Spieth at 10,600. I think he's going to get some ownership. And I was hoping after the missed cut last week he'd be low, but 10,600 isn't outrageous for him. It is not outrageous for him. Don't play him. I'll play him unless you all play him. Then I'll fade him. Easy game. From there, Terrell Hatton is the last guy over 10,000. I like Terrell Hatton more at grinder courses. I would be very curious to see if the narrative out there is you can only play him at tough courses. If nobody wants to play him, once again, I'll play him. I got to imagine Hideki's going to be low owned. 9,800 is a very fair price for Hideki, but there's kind of these lingering injury concerns around him. And, people like Hideki at long, difficult ball striker courses, and this ain't that, bruh. This is a par 72. I didn't even look at the yardage. I would guess it's around 7,400. I'm sorry. You know what? This is what happens when I'm the only course preview show out there. Tom Kim. Okay. I have a feeling Tom Kim is going to be chalky. Okay. Tom Kim is noted for being better at easier courses than he is at difficult courses. Tom Kim finished really strong last week. No one played him at Quail Hollow, and he actually, if you went and look, I think he backdoored a pretty nice finish. So Tom Kim's going to be interesting. Jason Day, after the horrendous miscut with a double bogey on 17, I think people are going to be salty as fuck at him. It's just so crazy to see KH Lee at 9,300. I get it. He's won it the last 2 years. But for him to be more expensive, to be in the same field, to be in the same group as Tom Kim, Jason Day, Adam Scott, and Siwoo Kim is laughable. Laughable. Okay, so I'm pumped that they put him up there. People are going to play that. I can already tell you. He'll probably be, 15 to 18%, and not a chance I'm going to KH Lee, a chalky KH Lee at 9,300. Not in this lifetime, pal. No, nobody wants to play him. I'll play him. From there, Adam Scott, once again, not a dude I love at Birdie Fest courses. Siwoo, Siwoo, man, I don't know, man. I think Siwoo feels like he'd be good because Siwoo can make a lot of birdies, okay, and that's what we want. He also makes a lot of bogeys, so maybe I should have put him on that list of guys that you want this week because those are the kind of guys I'm targeting. Another dude that makes way too many birdies and bogeys, Maverick McNeely, okay? I hope nobody wants to play his little rich ass. I'll play him for you, pal. Seamus, Seamus, Kuchar, those are guys that I kind of like at more grinder courses, right? But sometimes you got to just say, well, if nobody's playing him this week, you got to say, well, fuck your narrative. I'll just go play him. Taylor Montgomery bounce back season at 8,700. Let nobody play that little slapdick. I'll play him for you. Benny Ann, 8,600, man. I can't believe we think Benny Ann is better than Tom Hoagie. Oh, cheesesteak Hoagie at a birdie fest? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Ooh, Minwoo Lee's back? Let's go. Aaron Wise at 8,300. Sign my ass up. If you don't know, he's been out with a little mental health break, and he's back, and 8,300 for him. I mean, Aaron Wise is more talented than every golfer in this field, I would say, up to Jason Day. He should be 9,300, and he's 8,300. I don't give a fuck if he's coming off a break. Steven Yeager, a guy that can birdie like an asshole, okay? So, I wish his putting was a little bit better, but I'm in. I'm in on Steven Yeager. Adam Hadwin, a guy that has not been playing well at all, but, man, he can roll the rock. And at an easy course like this, I always love Adam Hadwin at easy courses. Don't love J.J. Spawn or Bez at hard courses. Just seeing if anybody else is out of line down here. Let's see. Anybody? Oh, I think Will Gordon missing the cut last week. Nobody's going to play him. I'll play him. Commissioner Gordon. Let's see. Ben Griffin at 7,500 seems. There's some really good golfers at like Aaron Rice 7,500. Really? I mean, I feel like Aaron Rice 7,500 when there's good fields. That's weird. Neesmith showed a little life. I played him in Sunday Showdown in my big lineup. He's kind of coming to life. Watch out, old Neesmith. He can tear up an easy course. Garrick Higo at a birdie fest. Sign my ass up. Short putter Mark Hubbard. Don't mind him at birdie fests, aka birdie fests. I think it's going to be birdie-ish fest is what I'm going to call it. Okay, that's how I differentiate myself. From there, I told you how I feel about old Ryan, but Jimmy Walker is playing golf, you motherfathers. And Jimmy Walker, go look at the tournaments he used to tear up. Jimmy Walker loves a birdie fest. There was like 3 years in a row he led the PGA in birdies per round. Okay, which is the most important stat you can have at DraftKings, right? Because you need guys scoring birdies. Because if you don't know, dipshit, that's how you get points. EVR, Chuck Hoffman at 7,100. I'm going to lose too much money this week. I can already. Oh, Lonto, a guy that I've been playing way too much at hard courses. You always play Lonto at easy courses. He's going to tear it up. Michael Thompson at an easy course. Sign my ass up. Dude, you got to love Ekro. He's one of those guys that can go nuclear hot. Pearson Cootie, I still don't know what he is yet, but I know he's talented, so I might give him a shot. Troy Merritt's a guy that goes nuclear hot a lot. Man, all these guys these are good players for cheap, man. I mean, like, there's some players down here that, like, I would have paid $7,800 for, and I'm getting them at $7,000. All right, now that we're getting to the slapdicks, like guys like Augusto Nunez, you got to watch out for dudes like this. Chesson Hadley, Aaron Baddeley, these are guys on easy courses I'm in. I would never play those guys at a real course, but at a course where, like, there's 6 give-me holes, sign me up for those assholes. Carson Young, I still don't know who he is. Once again, a lot like Pearson Cootie, but I think he's good. I know that much, Bob. Tano Goyo, he can get pretty hot. Brandon Matthews bombs it, but I don't know if I trust his approach game. Hammer and Hank. All right. Oh, the goalie? Oh, I like the goalie. Kevin. All right, there you go. I'm not seeing, let's see, anybody else really out of line down here. They just misprice anybody now. Okay, now it's getting pretty gross. When I see Kelly Craft, I'm out. The only craft I do is mac and cheese. All right, there you go. That is pricing. My big takeaways is they should have priced Scotty Scheffler more expensive. I think I think Spieth is going to be relatively popular. I think he should have been more 11,000. I think Hatton and Decky kind of get overlooked. My initial instinct on chalk this week, Tom Kim is going to be chalky as fuck. This is just first leans. I have to imagine people are going to play the KH Lee. And then from there, I don't. None of these guys are in like tremendous. I think Yeager's going to be very popular. People love an $8,200 Steven Yeager. So if I had to guess, those are like my first 3 big ones that are really jumping off the page. That'll be super chalky this week, which excites me because a lot of the guys I'm liking right there are no, I don't think anybody's going to play McNeely or Montgomery. I'll play those assholes. I'll play them if you don't want to. And the best part I can tell you is Scotty Scheffler. I think if you play him, what does that leave you? That leaves you $7,600 per, so you can go get one other good player, right? So let's say you want to put him with Tom Kim. Yeah, now you only got 7,100, but I'll tell you, I think you can make a pretty good lineup, right? There's a lot of guys, 7,000 that I said I like right down here, right? A lot of Palmer, Walker, EVR, Hoffman, Lonto, all guys that I referenced before I even saw the prices. So you can make a pretty good lineup starting Scheffler and Kim. So if you love that low 7K range, I think you get very committed to Spieth or Scheffler. I'm telling you, this is what I'm going to do this week, and you don't have to follow me because I don't always win, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit to my guys up top. I'm going to probably pick 3 or 4 guys up top and just put them in, 50, 60% of my lineups, and then I'm just going to spray down bottom because I can already see way too many guys I like. Way too many guys. So that's going to be my strategy. It's going to be a fun week. I'm glad to see DraftKings put up some good contests. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to come check out the best ball video coming out tomorrow and my schedule that's always up here. I appreciate all you guys. Enjoy your Monday or Tuesday or whenever the hell you're watching this. Don't forget to be there 7 p.m. Lord's Time Dome for the stream. We'll see ya. But in the meantime, let's enjoy this outro.